Creative Commons. You've heard about it, but what is it? It's three things. It's a license, it's a movement, and it's an organization. Let's talk about those. It's a set of licenses, or legal tools, that allow creators to be consistent with copyright law, yet also allows them to share their works in a more flexible way. It's also a movement of activists, policymakers, and creators who have a set of shared values focused on making creative works more widely available. This global network is made up of network platforms or areas of work that anyone can get involved with. Some of the movement's partners include well-known names like Wikimedia Commons, Mozilla, open education resources like OpenStax, and all sorts of crowdsourced creations. As an organization, Creative Commons is a small nonprofit with folks working around the globe. It focuses on two things: their core legal tools and supporting the movement's collaborative projects and goals involving culture, science and education, copyright reform, and other policy issues. So, how did Creative Commons get started? Well, that's the story to tell, and it's a story of a law and a lawsuit. In 1998, the Copyright Term Extension Act was enacted by Congress, which extended copyright for an additional 20 years, or for the life of the creator plus 70 years. Sonny Bono, yes, that's Sonny Bono, was one of the congressmen who sponsored the bill, so it's often called the Sonny Bono Act. A Stanford law professor, Lawrence Lessig, believed the Sonny Bono Act was unconstitutional. He argued that it wasn't possible to align it with the constitutional purpose of copyright, which was to create an incentive for creators to share their work while allowing them to keep control over it. He also believed that since creativity and knowledge build on past creative works, if we keep extending copyright terms, those materials will never enter the great cauldron of story, to quote Tolkien, because they will take so long to become part of the public domain. Professor Lessig eventually represented web publisher Eric Eldred in a lawsuit against the Sonny Bono Act. Eldred specialized in publishing works recently released into the public domain. Together, they argued that the act violated the Constitution, as well as violating the doctrine of public trust by withdrawing material from the public domain. The case ultimately went to the Supreme Court, where, alas, the Sonny Bono Act was upheld. They may have lost that battle, though, but it ultimately fueled the fight. Because in 2002, Creative Commons was born. Lessig got together with other like-minded folks and created the nonprofit Creative Commons, with the goal of ultimately resolving the tension between copyright regulations and the creator's ability to share digital works globally. Today, there are over 1.4 billion Creative Commons licensed works out there, spanning 9 million websites, like this one. When we share, everyone wins. For more information, check out the Creative Commons website at www.creativecommons.org.